Udah 4:30 aja. Naon? Apa sih? Lama. Gak ada, atau di mana? Siang, saya kan goblok. Kita meledakkan bisi, meledak. Bang, sawer bang. Lama. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Semoga tidak apa-apa PC-nya ya. Yang mana? Anjing di sini.
Potato, stupefy. Stupefy. Stupefy.
Anjing kelak. Kabar apa babi?
Potato. Revelio.
Lama.
Lumos.
Mana lagi si profesor tuh?
Lumos.
What the hell is this?
There you are. How did you... What is this place?
I don't know, but I
Yeah,
found
error
this
there.
floating above that basin.
That is no mere basin.
Error. Oh iya.
That is a pensive for viewing memories. I wonder...
Elixir.
Follow my lead.
All is in place.
The portkey is well hidden.
Perhaps too well.
Percival?
I wonder if the path we've created...
May be impossible to follow. It will only be impossible for one who cannot see traces of ancient magic as I can.
Your ability to see what others cannot will not be enough, Percival. We are entrusting the one who embarks on this path with powerful secrets, with knowledge others will do anything to obtain.
Yes, and if we are correct, Charles, the witch or wizard who completes the trials will have proven themselves worthy of that knowledge, and the responsibility that accompanies it.
We've done all that we can.
That's what you're seeing. The glow that surrounded them.
Yes, sir.
Astonishing.
Can I see magic?
Traces of an ancient magic, to be precise. The magic that Miriam had always believed existed, but could never.
Bentar.
Miriam, and perhaps George, died in pursuit of knowledge that has been dormant for centuries. And you, it seems, are the key to understanding why. We were...
It all looks rather different than it did a moment ago.
Someone's coming.
Who were they? I don't know. But, sir, you shouldn't be in here.
I was right. Ranrock.
Seems my reputation precedes me. I was beginning to think no one was ever going to visit Rackham's vault.
And why are you here?
No need for that. Just give me whatever it is you found here and we can let bygones be bygones.
Sir, they have the key to the vault.
Choose your next words wisely.
I only meant that the instructions to Vault 12 were quite clear. Sir, I must insist. I was to grant access only to one with the key, and you didn't have them.
I have no patience for traitors. Now, where were we?
I'm not giving you anything.
Well, perhaps your young friend here will be more helpful.
Are you all right?
Fine, sir.
I've never seen so powerful a goblin. He seemed wholly unaffected by my magic.
Where are we?
It can't be. It seems those who set up the pensive, the locket, and the path to both wanted someone with your ability to end up here. Come. We have a sorting ceremony to get to. Good. We haven't missed the sorting ceremony. I'm no expert, but that seems more appropriate. Now, I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the Ministry. They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Of course, sir.
Thank you. Ready for the sorting ceremony? Phineas, Nigellus, Black. Prepare yourself to meet
Apa nih?
the headmaster.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem has...
Enough. Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left. If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
I'll be in touch.
Lama banget liat Harry Potter.
Professor Weasley, we've one more to be sorted.
Weasley.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
Gini Weasley apa mana?
Yes. A bit
older than
the
others,
aren't you? You come here
come
with
here.
preferences and preconceptions.
Certain.
Certain expectations.
I'm looking forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Indeed.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit. But your professors have a great deal to teach you as well. I wonder... I detect something in you. A certain sense of... what is it?
Is it ambition? I may seem single-minded, but it is important to go after what you want from life.
Interesting. You've recently learned that you possess a rare ability. I detect a growing sense of ambition.
And the eagerness of
Eagerness
Slytherin.
for power. Perhaps you belong in Slytherin.
Apot. Alam. Hah? Nggak terlalu, kenapa?
You belong in Slytherin!
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled. Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether. But don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you.
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see to it, sir. As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way. It's quite uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. It may be a bit of a challenge, but one I'm sure you're up for.
I can be quite resourceful.
I suspected as much. This is the entrance to the Slytherin common room. In order to enter, one must simply speak the correct password. Aspiration.
Very well. Aspiration.
Well done. Now, go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
Looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the common room. I suppose some introductions are in order.
Must be different, starting Hogwarts in your...
I wonder where they're from.
Well, I suppose... No. Can I help you?
Wait, they just waltzed in. Yeah.
Ah! You're the new fifth year. I'm Sebastian Sallow. Welcome to Slytherin.
Thank you.
Not everyone has a ministry escort to school.
He was a friend of Professor Fig's who merely joined us for the ride.
Still, impressive. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow. Glad you and Fig are all right.
It was dreadful, certainly, but quite an experience nonetheless.
Interesting perspective. How did you and Fig manage to escape?
It's all still a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Didn't mean to press. You just get yourself settled. We can talk more later.
What book were you reading?
A spell book I picked up. Has a few interesting things, but not exactly what I was looking for. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. But not every spell you may need can be found in our assigned textbooks.
Are you saying some spells aren't taught at Hogwarts? Which ones?
Seems I may have met a kindred spirit. That is a conversation for another time. It was good meeting you. Good luck today.
I almost bought...
I wouldn't do that if I were you. Ugh, not going to move there, are you?
Here, watch this.
Don't say I didn't warn you. Checkmate. Told you. They should have listened to me. Ah, I know who you are. You're the new Slytherin, the one who barged in with Professor Fig last night. Interesting tactic on your first day, taking all the attention away from the first years. I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you in Fig. I could have lured that dragon away. My skills on a broom are legendary.
We handled it. And I think you're underestimating the nature of a dragon. A broom would have been kindling.
Ha, not the way I fly. Perhaps one of these days I'll show you a thing or two about flying. I can teach you more than Kagawa ever could. Speaking of which, I'd like to get in some time on my broom before classes.
Do you have a lot of time to fly during school?
I make the time. There's nothing like swerving through the spires of the castle and around the Quidditch pitch to clear the mind.
Are you a keen Wizard chess fan? You knew that boy was going to lose the match.
Not really. Much too sedate a pastime for me. Also, it's simply not that challenging. The moves are always so obvious. Why does no one else see it?
Goodbye, Imelda.
Nice meeting you.
I think I heard one.
Doubt mermaids find us that interesting. Ah, based on all the chatter when you entered the common room, I'm guessing you're the new 5th year. I'm Ominous. Ominous Gaunt.
Nice to meet you, Ominous.
Well, you certainly had a memorable arrival.
Well, if I'm going to make my mark here, I had to start right away.
Ha! You're definitely in the right house. Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here, though I doubt you'll need it.
Were you expecting to be sorted into Slytherin?
Most certainly. My family on my father's side are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Not something I'm especially proud of, mind you. He was obsessed with blood status, a pure-blood maniac. Unfortunately, most of his descendants do not fall far from that tree.
Did that student say he thought he heard a mermaid?
Yes, but I've never heard of a mermaid showing up outside our common room window. It is fun to play along, though. Been known to keep some first years on the lookout for hours.
Thank you, Ominous. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure was all mine. Don't be a stranger.
Is the new... Slytherin in here. Professor Weasley's waiting for you just by the stairs.
Lumos. Revelio.
Have you ever wondered how owls know where to deliver their letters? Magic, I suppose.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most. Yes, you're all... After much discussion with the headmaster and the department... Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. Do keep up! Why don't you cast Revelio on that statue and see what details
Revelio.
the guide can provide?
Revelio.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use blue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
Revelio.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talent.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark?
Defense against the dark arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk. A mastery of defense against the dark arts is required. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our...
You mentioned
Hogsmeade is the only... You should be able to find all of the school supply. You will also...
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day. Happily, your professors... Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in...
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belonging.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins, and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well... Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been...
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've...
Well, perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose...
I wouldn't say I chose the Dragon's Path, Professor.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. Might I rely on...
Of course.
Good luck today. And invaluable to...
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both... And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. Did I hear you and Professor...
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her. I will say, I think she suspects...
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a We don't know where this path we've... And she may feel...
Understood, Professor.
Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled... Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid... Why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the... Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you...
This will be incredible.
Now, you'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. I shall... For now...
Revelio.
But don't be shy. Watch it try.
Revelio.
What do you want? I'm sorry.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit.
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio!
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres. Accio. Relinquish your charm. Excellent. Stay full. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. Very good. Don't lose your composure. That's it. Not to worry. Very good. Point. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friend. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of... Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Let us see this. That is how it's done.
Accio!
Happens to the best of us.
Watch this. Phew. studying. Here we go. There we go.
Accio!
Splendid! Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Be sharp. That is how it's done.
Accio!
Very good.
Let us see this. Yes! Brilliant! Here we go! There we go.
Accio!
Do not think I will start going easy on you now.
That's it. Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good. Took weeks for me to...
Thank you, but I've been...
I appreciate you. I transferred here from Wagadu. Man, before I knew it...
This may seem an odd...
mostly.
You can cast spell.
Oh, yes. I must admit.
It's nice to learn.
Thank you for asking. Ah, I think Professor Ron... Until next time.
Of course.
A word, if you would.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms.
Well, and now...
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to...
Thank you, Professor.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor. Expect to hear from me.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello, you want...
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student. Hope your first day's going well.
I've been fortunate. Beginners...
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I'm...
Revelio.
And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752?
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was out.
Lumos.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling
I'm
lies.
not telling lies, Peeves.
It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Oh, thanks, mate. It's a bold attack. Was the Minister a boot or the Minister a flack?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't give Peeves a smack. She says it's a boot, and he says it's a flack.
Peeves, enough. You'll get us all detention. And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't boot and it wasn't flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black.
Does Professor Black have children of his own?
You can't imagine how inconvenient.
Protego! Revelio.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso!
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with a basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, A surprised opponent is a weakness. Good. Now, well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso. This should be easy.
Protego.
Protego. Complicates things.
Stupefy. Levioso. I know.
Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as Evermore like, again. All right, that's enough spectacle for one day.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Felt more like didn't expect a new student. Then again, perhaps...
I've dueled enough. Consider...
Huh, fair enough. Excellent. New whether it's joining a secret, you just...
Thank you, Sebastian.
Good. Pleasure. Perhaps somewhere. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. Till next time.
Revelio.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Glad you could make it. Luke
Revelio.
Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
I coordinate duels for crossed wands. A dueling club of sorts.
I'm flattered.
Imagine.
How does cross...
And
Of course.
So,
Perhaps later.
come back when you...
Where? The open flame!
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said?
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training? That's correct, Professor.
I see. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned.
Professor Ronan did mention...
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including...
Thank you, Professor.
You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand...
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you...
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most... She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor...
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory low. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle door. No time to wait.
Revelio.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do. Fix it.
Why must I first complete...
No lesson or
I'll start on the... This is the right area. I wonder where the flamed page is. Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Got it. A flying page must be around here somewhere. Brilliant.
The preliminary
Revelio.
tasks weren't too much trouble.
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. Let us give the old mending charm. Remember to...
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak.
Reparo.
Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Revelio.
Hello, looking for me?
Natty, I hope I haven't kept you waiting long.
Not at all. You must... I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to accompany you.
Really?
Yes, I had planned to extend an invitation to you myself. I thought you might enjoy a butterbeer in the village. The timing of Professor Weasley's owl was perfect. I cannot tell you how nice it is to breathe fresh air after being cooped up in ancient ruins. Grave mistake to take it as an elective class, believe me.
I believe you.
Though I suppose you would not really call it elective when your mother was the one who elected that you take it. Hogsmeade is beautiful this time of year. Everyone will tell you to visit at Christmas, but that's one of the few times of year I would rather be indoors.
Not much for the cold, are you?
Oh, I do not mind the cold so much, but it has taken some getting used to. I did not grow up around snow. Oh, wait, over here. I often spot lacewing flies in this area.
Oh? What's so special about them?
They are interesting to look at, but if you stew them, you can also use them in potion making. Look, from the Forbidden Forest, hippogriffs. I wonder if something startled them. I heard rumors that hippogriffs had been spotted nearby.
Do you think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs?
Absolutely.
Already named them too.
Prance, Hoof, and Sugarfoot.
That's the Forbidden Forest on the left. It's off limits to students, as the name implies.
Why is it off limits?
The professors claim it is too dangerous. I think that calling it forbidden only makes it more alluring. Ah, there's Hogsmeade over the crest. Past that ruin. I would spend all of my time exploring if I could.
I confess I was surprised when Professor Weasley mentioned that you knew the area, since you're relatively new here.
She said that? She knows more about me than I had thought. I will say, while I certainly learn a great deal in class, much can be gleaned outside of the castle walls.
I'd like to do some window shopping in Hogwarts.
How are you settling in? I remember the weeks that followed my arrival feeling quite strange. Everything was so new and unfamiliar.
I'm getting used to things. What about you? Do you finally feel settled?
I still miss my homeland, but it is beautiful here too. And getting out of the castle and exploring helped me to adjust quite a bit. Hogwarts has become something of a home now, I would say. Hopefully it will for you too. Mr. Moon! He is the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear. Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new fifth year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Mr. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, it looked right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did Mr. Moon?
Jemmy guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
Poor Mr. Moon. A demiguise. I think he had too much fun in the village. I will say that I have never seen him in such a state. Nearly there. There is much to see outside of the castle walls, not just Hogsmeade. I am happy to explore whenever you'd like. Rumors being what they are about goblins and such, it might be nice to have a friend with you.
I'll keep that in mind, Natty. Thank you.
And here we are. It is hard to know where to start. The Three Bluestones is the place for butterbeer. And you can get any sweet you can imagine at Honeydew. I could not choose a favorite shop here. It changes with every visit. I can tell you that you are certain to find everything you need in Hogsmeade. Professor Weasley said that you need to get...
A new what?
Of course! Enjoy yourself. I will see you soon.
Merlin, blooming pig, not him.
I'll be right with... Ah, it's you. Just a moment, please.
Hello, sir. I'm looking for...
For a new wand, yes. It's about time.
Yes, about time?
Well, you're our new fifth-year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are. Gerbold Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure. Finest wand makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect wand, shall we? No, not you. Yes. Powerful core. 10.5 inches. You might do. Here, give this one a try. Well, go ahead, swish. How odd. Once more, come on, really swish it. Oh dear. Well, this isn't a good match at all, is it? We'll find you something, not to worry. No, not you. Perhaps... Yes. A rare wood, 13 3/4 inches, dragon heartstring. Let's give this one a try. Oh, goodness. Looks like it's back to the shelf for you. This is proving to be trickier than I had anticipated. How perplexing. Where are you? Perhaps you? There you are. Yes, I think you might be the one. Here, take it.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
Ah, phoenix feather. Exceptionally rare, and a core with a strong sense of initiative. What do you think? Extraordinary. Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future. Now, how did... a match? Of course. And a phoenix feather core is... And the bond... Do not be...
That's...
Is the new reversal hex really so simple?
Not much of the dark art.
Levioso. Reparo. Accio.
I reckon.
Unicorn blood.